All right, so defining numbers written in scientific notation. Remember scientific notation, when we have that, it is always going to be one digit, a decimal point, and then whatever other digits you have, and then times 10 to some exponent. So this is, exponent is going to be number of spaces you've moved your decimal. Spaces, decimal moved. Okay, and what I remember with scientific notation, with how I think about it, if the real number was a big number, then I have my scientific notation exponent is going to be a positive. If my real number was a small number, then my scientific notation is going to be a negative number. So we can think of multiplication, remember, as parentheses, or with the times 10, you know, with where we have that. So this is really the same thing as 7 divided by 5 times 10 to the 8th over 10 to the 5th. So you can deal with the whole number parts or the decimal part and then the exponent part. Remember, when we have exponents over bases with exponents same base over top of each other, we can subtract the exponents. So this is really just 7 divided by 5. If I'm thinking about how many times 5 goes into 7, I could write it old school way. We have a point. 5 goes into 7 once. And so you have 5, 2, subtracting, you add your 0, bring your 0 down, 5 goes into 24 times, so this is just 1.4. So 7 divided by 5 is 1.4, which is an okay number for scientific notation because we have one digit, the decimal, and then we have the rest of the number, and that will be times 10, because that's my base, to the 8 minus 5. So my final answer is going to be 1.4 times 10 to the 3rd. And if I wanted to write it as a real number, the number without scientific notation, I would move my decimal space 3 spaces to make the number bigger. So it would be 1400, so 1,400. Now, it is possible to have to divide and have something that ends up not being a in scientific notation. So if we have an example, and if it was, oh, let's make it kind of not so bad and call it 3 times 10 to the, let's do 6, divided by 4 times 10 to the, let's do the 2nd. All right, so 3 divided by 4 is 0.75, 75 hundredths, if I want to think about this. So this is 0.75 times 10 to the 6 minus 2. That would be 0.75 times 10 to the 4th. Now, this is not in scientific notation. It is too small to be in scientific notation, which tells me my exponent is going to need to get smaller. So scientific notation, this would become 7.5, because I need that decimal to be one digit to the left of it, times 10, and this was too small, so I'm going to subtract 1 from the exponent, so that would be to the 3rd. And that would be my answer if I had to shift my decimal.